Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In the video for today, we're going to keep things pretty light because the last two videos were pretty educationally heavy and I don't want to bombard you guys with a million things to look at. And if you haven't checked out these last two videos and you're new to the Memecoin space, I genuinely think that these are the two best videos that I put out so far, so please check them out. But today we are going to continue expanding on some of the concepts that we touched on these two videos, so let's jump into things. Before we do that though, I did want to update you guys on a few things in my one Solana challenge wallet. If you're in the Telegram channel, you already know this, but I did dump my bags of SW Query, Coder GF, and Glitch Gremlin this morning, and it's simply because I think that there are other better opportunities out there in the market right now. I still really like all three of those tokens that I just mentioned, but the thing is, they don't have a ton of attention, they don't have a ton of volume, and they don't have any relevancy right now, and especially since the AI Hackathon results came out, they just don't have a ton going for them. So I just wanted to rotate into some bigger bags that I feel more confident in. So those two positions that I'm building are in Muir and Moss, which if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've covered these in the past and also talked about them in my Telegram channel. So if you want to see why I'm doing that, go check out some of my previous videos. I have talked about these a lot. And another one that I'm keeping my eye on is Pythia. And you guys probably have heard me talk about this in the past because I have mentioned it on my Telegram channel, but this is a very unique and very interesting project. In fact, I'm honestly surprised it's only at the 28 million range right now. I really think that this is extremely innovative, completely unique, and the market hasn't seen anything like this yet. And if you guys haven't heard of Pythia yet, just read this tweet because this pretty much sums it up. This is one of the most unique projects I've seen in a very long time. And some of you might notice that the market caps of the three tokens that I've actually replaced the bags that I dumped earlier this morning for are way higher, and that is something that I actually want to touch on today and why I am actually doing that. So that's the short and sweet wallet update on the one Solana challenge wallet. Not a huge change, but I did feel like it was important to mention. And one of the big reasons that I'm actually building positions in tokens with bigger market caps is simply because of how much volatility comes with some of these things. If you guys didn't already know this, the lower the market cap, the more volatile the price of the token is. So if you are buying lower market cap tokens, you generally are signing up for the price to be a lot more sporadic, meaning it can go up, down, sideways, every other direction a lot more quickly than some of the higher market cap tokens with a little bit more stability. And the simple reason for that is that there isn't a ton of money in these tokens. So when there are bigger purchases or sells, it can heavily impact the price. And I've talked about this concept briefly in other videos, but the higher my portfolio value gets, the less risk I really want to end up taking. So the more Solana I start to accrue, the less chances I want to take on these lower market cap tokens, simply because there's a much bigger chance that these tokens can rug, or the price can shoot down drastically and I can get myself into a lot worse situations, as opposed to being patient, betting on things that are a little bit more stable and a little more trustworthy, and waiting for those 20 to 50, even 100% gains, with less of a chance of actually the token price going to zero. And so some of you might be scratching your head at that and saying, wait a second, if you're making more money, shouldn't you be more willing to risk it? And yes, generally that can be true, but in this space in particular, I just know that there are a lot of different ways for me to actually increase my portfolio value with the more money I make, like staking, like farming for airdrops, like providing liquidity, for example. So basically, I just know that there are other methods for me to actually increase the value of Solana that I have without having to, just trade meme coins. Because part of the goal of this channel is to really teach you guys everything you can do on a blockchain, and you can't just only trade meme coins on a blockchain. There is so much more you can do. But so why do I want to decrease my risk with the more money I end up making? And there are a couple reasons I'm doing this, right? So one of the biggest reasons is actually I can feel more comfortable putting a bigger position size into some of these tokens. If you guys have been around for a while, you know that my positions used to be in the 1 to 2 Solana range when I first started this challenge, but as the portfolio value increases of my wallet, I have a little bit more flexibility to really make bigger bets on some tokens, and I want to be doing that on less volatile assets. So now how my portfolio will be structured going forward is a lot smaller buys on higher volatility tokens, which generally will have lower market caps, and bigger position sizes on less volatile tokens. Because to be honest, I can still bet these 1 to 2 Solana ranges on these really volatile tokens and try to turn them into, 10 to 20 Solana and get, big returns on those tokens. But on these higher market cap ones, I can put, 10 Solana try to make 20% and get a quick easy profit of 2, etc., etc. And as a new trader, your goal should be to get in the cadence of constantly thinking about what makes the most sense for your portfolio, because you still can be gambling on these smaller tokens. I just personally would recommend that you limit your portfolio size, to a percentage that you're actually really comfortable with using. Okay, so I really think that this is something that isn't talked about a lot on a lot of these content creators on YouTube and other platforms. They don't tell you that it is best practice to actually only limit yourself to a small percentage of your portfolio on these newer launches. And that is really what I want to tell you guys today, because I feel very comfortable in this space. And even I right now, I'm having a very, very difficult time, as you can see in the new launches. So I want you guys to really think about this for yourself and generally just lower the amount of stabs you're taking on these newer launches right now. The market is in a very interesting place. And, with the Solana Hackathon results, I think that there is way more value looking at, proven, stable projects with teams who are actually grinding every single day than it is to take chances on, some of these newer tokens. So although I am an advocate for, taking chances, taking risks, that's really how you succeed in these markets, but it's all about taking smart, calculated chances, right? You're not just going to be throwing money at 100 different tokens and just praying. And speaking of the hackathon, there is a lot to unpack here, so I'll probably make a video kind of recapping a lot of this tomorrow, but if you guys have been following me for a while, we were all over Jailbreak. Newer is now something that we're adding to, but a lot of these projects we were talking about months ago, and now they're coming out as, the winners of this hackathon. So there are a lot of new developments here, and in my opinion, again, there's a lot of value. So that is what I'm going to be paying attention to for the next few days. I just wanted to come out here and say to be careful on the new launches, because lately it has been really brutal out there for the new launches. And I also want you guys to really be thinking about your portfolios constantly, because there are better, safer decisions out there for you guys to make than just trying to, get lucky and hit 100x. But all right, guys, that is going to wrap up the video for today. Again, I wanted to keep it very short and sweet. If you haven't had a chance yet to check out the past 2 videos I posted, please do. And if you want to join any of my free online communities, the links are here in my channel bio. So I will see you guys in there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the video tomorrow.